There's so much to be thankful for. Family, friends, food, and NFL football all week long. DraftKings Sportsbook is keeping your Thanksgiving week full of action. New customers can bet just $5 on any NFL action to score 150 instantly in bonus bets. No matter your appetite, there's something for you. Money lines, parlays, props, live bets, and so much more. You name it, they've got it. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Shannon. New customers can bet $5 on any Thanksgiving Day game and score 150 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. With the code Shannon, the crown is yours. Hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to another episode of Nightcap. I am your host, your favorite sports uncle, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85. Wishing you a very happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Hopefully you were surrounded by loved ones and family and friends, and it was a very enjoyable day. Got an opportunity to eat a lot of food, see some good football. Well, okay football.
Okay.
but the teams that won played really good football. Their quarterbacks, every quarterback on a winning team played really, really well today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Thank you for helping us get to 330,000 at the start of tonight. So Ocho, look like we're gonna be getting away that money on Monday, bro, because we got to get to 350 and we're like 20,000, and we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So by the time we come on Monday, we're probably gonna be there, Ocho. So we're gonna be 20 bands short.
That's fine. That's fine. The reason the good Lord blesses us with this money is to be able to give it to those that are in need, or especially during the holidays, especially times like this. The timing is perfect. You know, the man upstairs said he loves a cheerful giver. He loves a cheerful giver. So it's a good thing. I had some friends of mine down in the area where I'm from, being that I've been home, man. I have to salute them for subscribing. You know, they helped me out, my people, man. PLP and the rest of them young fellas down there, man. I appreciate you, and I salute y'all boys.
Yes. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast, Nightcap. We also have Shea by Laportier pinned at the top of the chat with the holidays around the corner. Go ahead and order yourself one, or for someone that you love. We just had Thanksgiving. We got some birthdays coming up. Plus, we got Christmas and New Year. So make sure, again, Shea is pinned. Shea by Laportier is pinned at the top of the chat. We will be announcing our Thanksgiving Day giveaway winners later in the show. So stay tuned. So let's get right into it, Ocho. The 49ers beat the Seahawks 33-13. Brock Purdy, 21 of 30, 209 yards, a touchdown. Did have a pick six. Ball carried him off C-Mac's hand. C-Mac, 114 rush yards, 2 touchdowns. Geno Smith entered the game. If you know, I don't know if you saw it, but I saw him. I didn't hear what they were saying. I saw him when he's doing his pre-production meeting. He was laying up on the table, and he was getting his arm.
Unc, I can't hear you, baby. There you go, baby. I hear you now. I don't know what's happening over there.
I don't know. Something happened.
Get it.
No, what I was saying is that all the teams that won their quarterback played really well today. They made some throws that were very, very impressive. Green Bay was very, very impressive. We're going to get to them a little later. But let's talk about the Seahawks and the 49ers. They went out there. The 49ers did. Got the ball, goes right down the field, scored a touchdown, and they didn't look back. So what was some of your takeaways?
All right, my first takeaway, forget stats, forgets what the 49ers did today as a whole, as far as the game is concerned. The 49ers team collectively is almost unfair when everybody is healthy. Debo, Ayuk, Trent Williams. Then on defense, that secondary, Tre'Davious Ward, everything else they got going on, they had everybody in goddamn clamps. And it's to me, in comparison, for me, I'm not even a basketball fan, but I remember hearing all the gripes about people. Let's say comparison to the Golden State Warriors when they had Kevin Durant, where it was almost fair obviously now from an offensive standpoint, but also the defense is just as good. So when you think about the 49ers, for me specifically, when I think about the 49ers, every team in the NFL has an identity. Either your offense is great or your defense is great. It's never both. But when it comes to the goddamn 49ers, on both sides of the ball, they are equally as yoked, and it's almost unfair. If they don't win the Super Bowl this year, then something is wrong. They look really good. They really, man, Purdy, obviously you said he was 21 for 30 for 29 yards. He had a TD, unfortunate interception. Debo Samuels was an animal, man. He was an animal today and picked up where he left off. Obviously he's been back a few games due to injury that he had. I don't like the fact they didn't use Brandon Ayuk enough today, and he was kind of left out. He had a touchdown. I like to consider that. I call that garbage time. I consider that garbage time. Other than that, man, that's crazy. I don't even know what to say about the 49ers because I see no weakness in that team unless people are injured. When people are injured, then it doesn't look too good. It doesn't fare off as well as it does when everybody is healthy.
Well, the great equalizer come playoff time is injuries or turnovers, and as long as they take care of them, and the game probably got a little closer than what it should have been, considering that they had that pick six right at the midway through the third quarter, and Seattle missed a field goal right before the half. That really hurt them. But when you look at the 49ers, the way they can run the football now with Christian McCaffrey, you mentioned Debo, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, C-Mac in the passing game, Debo, offensive line is solid. Yeah, when Purdy plays like this, because the thing is with him, and if you watch him, you've got to make him uncomfortable. You've got to make him make every throw, every possession matter. If you let him get out and he can relax, because, man, that throw to Ayuk with that half roll and throw back that deep bang,
that was nice. Man,
Ocho, you can't walk a ball better to a player than what he did from 25 yards away. That was that semi-roll. That was an unbelievable throw. Great catch. Get the ball into the end zone. But you're right. I thought Kyle Shanahan did a great job of calling the game. Run, sprinkle in Christian McCaffrey on the arrow route out of the backfield. Run some more. Hey, we're going to toss it to Debo. The 49ers went in there, and that's what you do on a short week against a division opponent. You go in, you get them down early, you take care of business, and now we don't play for 10 days. So guess what? You're off. I understand you probably was away from your families on Thanksgiving. But guess what? You got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, Ocho.
Most definitely.
So you're probably going to have Thanksgiving. Most of these players will probably have Thanksgiving tomorrow. But guess what? Now, hey, baby, I got 2 days off. I see y'all Monday. Kyle probably have to do it like Mike. You'll probably come in Monday by noon, get your run in, get your lift in, watch the tape. Hey, we're getting ready for next week.
They ready, and they deserve it. They deserve to have those days off. And obviously the defense they had 6 sacks tonight. Bosa again, 2 sacks. I mean, what they're doing, man. Hargrave as well. What they're doing on both sides of the ball is commendable. It's commendable, and most of the time I've seen Shanahan continuously have great success in the offseason. Great success in season, but come playoff time, can they still keep this momentum going where both sides of the ball they're playing exceptionally well? And you mentioned about making Brock Purdy uncomfortable, but when I watch him in the pocket, he looks so relaxed. He looks so poised. He looks like someone that belongs there, and he's been doing it for a very long time. So the rush doesn't faze him. The blitzing doesn't faze him. And he always has those outlets for him to make sure they stay efficient offensively.
Yeah, they look good. And that's what you want to see. I think right now, I think it's the Eagles. When you really look at it, we'll talk about this after we get through, but the Eagles and the 49ers, and followed by the Cowboys, seem to be the cream of the crop in the NFC.
I hear you. We'll talk about that.
It seems to be the cream of the crop right now. The Eagles, they haven't been as dominating as they were last year. But all I know, Ocho, is they find a way to win the ball games. And at the end of the day, when you don't play your best football and you still find ways to win, as long as you're not making the mistakes, because that's what. Hey, look, we're not running the football as well. We're not, but as long as you're not turning it over, you could a block here, miss block. Hey, we get this block. We got instead of a 5-yard run, we got a 25-yard run. Instead of a 14-yard run, we got a 20-yard touchdown. Those are things that you can overcome. But I like the way they're playing. But the 49ers look really impressive today. The Cowboys dominated the Commanders 45-10. Dak Prescott, 22
Say
of
his
32,
name.
331, 4
Say his
touchdowns.
name.
Clean game, no turnovers. Touchdown, the CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Rico Dardell, Kevontae Turpin, excuse me. Cowboys are now 8-3, won 5 of the last 6. What? Let me take
Dak. Give him his flowers.
Dak started the game
when
he hit Ferguson against that Tampa 2. You can't throw a ball better than that over the middle to start the game.
That's what happened when you elite.
All Ferguson did was stick. He stick it.
That's what happened when you elite.
Bro, stop. Come on now. Come on. You know good. Come on. Let's have a look. I understand you want to troll a little bit, but let's have a real conversation. So you saying Dak is elite?
No, goddamn well he's elite. Didn't you just talk about that throw he just made? Not very many quarterbacks. It's about.
I've seen Tim Tebow make throws. Hold on, stop it. Stop it. So Tim Tebow, you said a throw. You said a throw.
You just mentioned a throw that Dak made that only the elite quarterback can do consistently. Let's stay on target to what we're talking about.
So have you seen him make that throw consistently? Have you seen him go deep into the playoffs consistently?
What?
Have you not seen him lead the league in
interceptions about today?
Consistently?
That's the past, right? We talk about the past.
Now we talk about the day.
Right. Why you bring up the past? We talk about the game today. We talk about the game today, right?
You said
all we talk about the game today was Dak had a phenomenal game.
Yes.
He was 22 for 32 for 331. But you didn't let me
finish. What you wanted to do, you wanted to try to troll.
So I want to make sure you give Dak his flowers. I'm gonna make sure you give it to him today.
Bro, are you listening? Ocho, instead of trying to get the fan, I understand you want to get the people on your side. But I said
they're on my side regardless.
Let me finish. If you, I know you like that. I like that too. I like when they cheer for you. That means they're gonna come to Nightcap because we're gonna give them something to laugh and talk about. Dak 22 of 32, 331, 4 touchdowns. Clean game. No, clean. You can't play much better than what he played. I saw one throw got away from him and he did immediately. My bad, B. Cooks. My bad. I led you into that one. I could have put that one on you. Clean game. Cowboys 8-3. Look, they played the Giants twice. We know what the Giants is. We know what the Commanders are. We know what the Patriots. But the thing that I like the best about what the Cowboys are doing when they're playing these teams that they're better than and they should beat, they're dominating them. It's not a close ball game. See, you beat Washington 17-20. You beat Washington 23-20 when you're so much better talent-wise. Now I'm like, hold on, what's going on? But when you beat a team 45-10, you beat a team 40-0, you beat a team like they're beating them, it says that, you know what, guys, they're peaking. They're rounding into shape. And I know it's against inferior competition. But what I want to do is to see you guys get going. Now is go time.
What do you mean inferior competition? This is the
Giants. This is the Giants. Stop, Ocho. Stop, Ocho. Stop this, Ocho. You know damn well all teams aren't created equal. Stop saying that this the NFL.
All right. I could have swore the other 53 dudes on the other side of the team, regardless of who they were playing for, were getting paid millions of dollars to play a goddamn game.
That's not so. In other words, so by your estimation, every quarterback in the NFL is Patrick Mahomes because all the quarterbacks get paid.
No.
All the so all the defensive linemen are Joey Bosa and Michael Parsons. So what I'm saying
it's the NFL. It's the best of the best. Is the goddamn 1% in the game. So to call that team inferior just because they're losing or they're below 500 and get the Cowboys.
Ocho. So all teams, players are equal, top to bottom.
Well, obviously, you know that
you just told me. Hold on, you just told me the 49ers. I don't see how they lose. When you name all those defensive players, when you name all those offensive players,
the players on the team is what makes them that goddamn great. The makeup.
So the makeup of the Giants. Are the makeup of the Giants like that? Are the makeup like the Patriots like that? Are the makeup like the Commanders like that? Why not? You just said it. So what is it? I need you to make up your mind. You got to pick a side now.
I'm not jumping over the fence. I'm just telling you, it's the elite of the elite. It's the best of the best. And I just don't like the inferior comment because they are still professional players playing at the highest level. They are the 1% in the world at what they do.
Are there not levels?
Yeah.
So all professionals are equal. So everybody in the NBA is LeBron James because they're in the NBA.
It's an individual.
So every team in the NBA at the time was the Golden State Warriors. Every team in the NBA was the Chicago Bulls or the Los Angeles Lakers because they're in the NBA.
No. I see where you're going with it, but you understand what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
I don't like using the word inferior when it comes to an opponent that is also
So what word would you like for me to use?
A team that is not well constructed to compete against the better teams. I like that better. I don't like the word inferior. A team that is not constructed to the magnitude of the Cowboys happen to lose because the Cowboys have the better players. I like that better. I don't like the word inferior because it makes it sound like they don't even belong in the NFL. That's it. I don't like your wordplay. I didn't like your wordplay on discussing the fact that the team that are below 500 the Cowboys have been able to beat. That's all. But you can continue. That's all. I just don't like the word inferior. It makes them feel less than none to me.
No, Ocho.
Yes, sir.
Ocho. All teams aren't created equal. Although you're in the NFL, there are starters, there are backups, there are special teams players. A lot of times the guys on the special teams, and I started out on special teams, I wasn't to the level that I needed to be to become a starter. Once I became a starter, that meant my play went up and I was able to be a starter. Everybody isn't on that level. Even though you're a starter, that doesn't mean I was a starting tight end. But there are tight ends on other teams that wasn't the equivalent. Or there's quarterbacks that wasn't the equivalent of a Patrick Mahomes or even a Dak Prescott. But what I'm saying is that just because a team is constructed of 53 and now I think they have 20 practice squad guys, it's not the same, Ocho.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
I got you, baby.
But see, I get what you're saying. You're saying that because you use the term inferior, I'm making it seem like guys don't belong. They belong. You belong because the NFL ain't no charity case. Can you help us win? Can you help us win now, or do we believe you can help us win down the road? That's how you get on a roster. They've got to see something like, you know what? He might be a year away, but I think if I keep him in the system, I think this kid can be good.
And he can help us win.
So when I use the term, it's not a knock to say, oh, this guy doesn't belong in the league. You're in the league, you belong. Now, there have been some guys that's kind of stolen over here in years, and they stayed, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just looking at the teams that they beat and how they beaten them. That's what I'm looking at. Like I said, it's not so much, Ocho, that you win the game, but how did you look in winning the game?
Yeah, they look good. I have.
Go ahead.
I have one question too for you.
I know you want to give this big bouquet of flowers to the Cowboys.
I said the Dak.
I
said the Dak. That's all. I said the Dak because the defense is going to do what the defense has been doing. Obviously, there have been some trip ups. There have been some games where they have fallen, and that was my next question to you. I wanted to ask you a question. What do you think about the teams? Right. We talk about the domination of the Cowboys, and most of the teams that they dominated and played extremely well against have been teams below 500 or maybe right at 500.
Yeah.
And the team that have winning records, they haven't been able to beat. So I want to know, what is the next step for the Cowboys, and what do they need to do to beat the team that are above 500 that they should win, which is similar to playoff games, which they're going to have to face in about three or 4 more weeks?
Two of the teams that they beat, what do they have? Outstanding offensive lines. You look at the 49ers, you look at the Eagles. They lost to the Cardinals, had a couple of bad plays. The Cardinals played well above what we've seen them play with Joshua Dobbs. And we've seen Joshua Dobbs go to Minnesota and win a couple of games, get hot and win some games. The thing is that what Philly was able to do, the 49ers was able to do, was to lock up that offensive line and not let continuous pressure, not let sacks get to Purdy, not let get to Jalen Hurts. And on the flip side, what were they able to do? Get to Dak Prescott, Eagles, and the 49ers. So you got to be able to block their front. You got to. If you can't block that front, you can't beat them. And you've got to get Dak off that spot. Now, Dak has done a great job. Dak has used his legs. Mike McCarthy's done a great job calling the game. He's moving him out of the pocket a lot more. He's asking him, hey, bro, if it's not their takeoff, we've got to put more pressure on the defense, because the last year and a half, people don't think you run anymore. They don't think you. And I thought he looked lumbersome some of the time that when he's taken off. But over the last couple of weeks, Dak has looked good running the football. He looked like he did pre-injury before he broke that ankle. But that's what you got to do against the Cowboys. You got to find a way to neutralize their pressure, but you got to be able to get pressure. What the 49ers could run the football. Eagles ran the football somewhat. But it's hard to really say, Ocho, when you're dealing with a division opponent. And that's why I give Cowboys credit also, because of the division opponent, no matter how bad they are, they usually give you a little fight. And they gave them a little fight for a little while. But you see the talent level just rise to the top, and you see they take off against the Giants. You see them take off against the Commanders. And that's what you're supposed to do. But the Cowboys, look, the Eagles to do what they did, to go in there and basically be down the entire game in Arrowhead and find a way to win that game. You saw the 49ers go on the road against a division opponent in a short week and dominate that game. You see the Cowboys, although they come home, haven't trailed the entire season. They've been tied, but they haven't trailed the entire season. Man, those are the three best teams. And I think right now, after watching Detroit to play, and we're going to get into that game a little bit, Ocho, they're head and shoulders. It's like Eagles. I would have Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys, and then down you go Detroit, go other teams like that. But right now, the Eagles, Cowboys, and the 49ers are up here, and no one else in the NFC is close to those teams.
I like it. I mean, you're right. You're just curious. I was just trying to think of what would be the next step for the Cowboys. They play exceptionally well in season, and they obviously in the first round they falter. Things go wrong. They don't go the way they should, as opposed to how they do like right now. And all I think about is all the time people continuously harping and always saying, you know what, this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. And this is one of the years now that I'm doing stuff like this and shows like this with you. Now I'm paying attention to everything. I'm paying attention to all teams, not just the damn Dolphins and the Bengals, obviously where I played and obviously where I grew up. Now I'm locked in on everybody. And I'm like, oh shit, this is good. Now I'm actually focusing on Dak. I'm actually watching I always watch all the receivers, but now I'm watching the totality of all games, offensively and defensively. And so I'm like, you know what? The way they look right now, how in the hell they should win a goddamn Super Bowl? I'm just the way I'm looking at the landscape of everything to this point. If you keep this up, obviously the season, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you got to peak at the right time. And the way they got damn playing right now, I'm thinking after looking statistically, the team that they beat and demolished have been below 500. So I was just curious what your answer would be on what do they need to do to beat those teams that are good, like the Eagles or the team that they will face in the NFC.
They get the Eagles again in their building. I think they got Buffalo in their building. So we'll find out a little bit more about the Cowboys. At this point, Ocho, look, we've seen Dak Prescott win a Rookie of the Year. We've seen him have great regular season. Now he's only going to be measured by the success or non-success that he has in the postseason. I don't care if Dak throws for 5,000 yards. Now he's got to go far in the playoffs, because that's what he's up against. Because what he's measured against is the other great quarterbacks that have won in Dallas, the other great quarterbacks that are playing currently. So if you think about it, there's only a hand. I think it's Mahomes and Rodgers are the only quarterbacks that have MVPs. I think it's Mahomes and Rodgers are the only ones that have Super Bowls. Am I correct? Oh, Jared Goff didn't win. Matthew Stafford won. There's only like 2 or 3 quarterbacks that have MVPs and Super Bowls
and still playing.
That are active. So just imagine now it's going to change. It's because they're not, listen, at the end of the day, you can say that defense and they're only going to go as far as Michael, that defense. Dak's going to have to play well in order for them to win a Super Bowl or to win playoff games in order to get to the Super Bowl. And I'm not saying he has to go 22 or 32 for 331 and 4 touchdowns, but he's going to have to play well, because in a lot of games in the postseason, he hasn't played well. The last 2 years against the 49ers, he didn't play well. That year they came out here to the Coliseum and played the Rams, he didn't play well. He went to his rookie year, and you chalk that up. But we saw him go to Lambeau, do a demolition job, and when they came home, had the division ground there, and we saw what happened. So he's only going to be measured by, he's past the point of regular season. He's at the point now, now Dak, show me what you got. Show me what you got in the postseason. That's how he's going to be measured, and rightfully so. Check this out. Daron Bland, I haven't seen anything like this.
Man.
NFL single season record for interception returns for a touchdown. He got his 5th pick 6 touchdown. Ocho, we've seen guys that, man, if he'd have held on to that, that'd have been a pick six. Oh, he'd have went to the house. He ain't missing
nothing. And the funny thing about it is this: I want people to understand how elite and how great this is. What Daron Bland is doing. The game of football offensively is all about timing. Routes are timed.
Yes.
You have to be able to either gamble or either guess right or be extremely great at your technique, reading your keys, using your eyes, knowing when to break, having film studying enough film to know what's coming in front of you, to be able to be able to be 2 steps ahead of the offense and knowing what's coming based on down and distance, based on alignment, stuff like that. Dude, I went back and watched all the picks. Dog, this is lined up, literal coverage, and making a break on the ball and going the other way with it. This ain't no tip. Yeah. I mean, this ain't no tip balls and it's a ball in the air. No, he is literally locking up, reading his keys, making a break on the ball, and going to the house. Man, unbelievable.
And the ball is Ocho. The ball is on the out. A lot of them been out routes, and the ball is a tad behind.
That's all you need.
Just a tad. All you need. And on the out route, Ocho, that's going to the house, and you behind now. You better throw that ball so either he catch it or it's incomplete out of bounds.
Yeah.
Because if you miss, he's on his hip now. The question is, can he hold on to it? And he hadn't missed. Because last week he got one against Carolina. The dude intercepted the ball, did a somersault, got up off the ground, and ran it back for a touchdown, Ocho. But do you understand how good you got to be? Because here's the thing. I can only get a pick if they throw the ball my way.
And they keep testing. They keep testing him. They keep testing him.
Yes. I mean, the dude has more pick sixes than a lot of your top receiver has touchdown catches.
That's crazy.
Ocho, I mean, he's when I think of top DBs, I'm not thinking of him. But he has to be in the defensive player of your conversation with that. With those, how do you overlook him, Ocho?
Because he's done something. There have been many players, some of the greats that have played in this game that have a total of, even Hall of Famers, have a total of 6 or 5 pick sixes throughout their career. Yeah. He's done it in a season alone. He's at 5 right now, right? He's at 5. Oh,
yes, he's at 5.
If you played a video game, you played Madden. If you played Madden for 17 weeks and you had a complete season, you can't get 5 interceptions on the goddamn video game, let alone thinking about doing it in real life. That's how good. That's how amazing what he's done. The feat that he's reached and accomplished this season is crazy.
But, it's a lack of respect for him because, I mean, time would go games. They wouldn't even throw the ball his way. Revis would go games. They wouldn't throw his way. Champ Bailey, Rod Woodson, some of the greats. But they're underestimating this guy. He's only in his second year. And so they're like, we're going to test him. We ain't going to mess with Stephon Gilmore, who was a former defensive player of the year. We ain't going to mess with him. Okay.
So now
pretty soon he's going.
Now what you do? And
pretty soon.
And the funny thing about it, this is a great thing for them going into the postseason. This is the great thing going into the postseason, because now what you're scared, you ain't throwing Gilmore's way, but goddamn, if you're throwing Bland's side, you know what? There's a chance it might get picked. But I know what teams are probably going to do, because you're not going to face receivers that are that goddamn shifty that can actually, I call it getting open on the muscle, where you don't need the offensive coordinator's help. They're going to have, you don't need to scheme you. I need to go beat him. They're going to condense the splits, and force him to back up and find ways. You got to use motion, do all type of tricks, be able to throw the ball in the Cowboys. You got to be able to do something, because right now what he's done to this point is crazy. It's so bad. Listen, I'm so amazed at what he's done so far. I had to send him a tweet. I sent Daron Bland a tweet. I said, man, listen, man, young fella, when the offseason come, we got to line that shit up, because I want to see what that shit like. That's how good it is.
But if you think about it, from the looks of it, he don't look like, he's not a press corner. He's off.
Yeah. And to me,
but you missed.
And you can attest to this. Being a receiver, it's much easier when you got a dude off. To me, all you got to do is run, step on his toes, and beat him out of transition and make a play on the ball. And he's still picking it
off. Guessing. He guessing. He don't know what I'm got. I know what I got, and because I can run the speed out, I can run the end, I can run the hit, I can run the dig, I can run the go, I can run the bang. Hey, now I understand he's trying to guess formation wise. Okay, this formation, this down in distance, this area of the field, they like to do this. But I'm studying tape, looking at where he's positioned. Okay. He's positioned like this. You trying to take that bang away. Oh, okay. I think I can run the out. Hey, this is how he played. He played me heavy inside, so it's gonna be hard for me to get inside. Hey, we gonna do some things now. You're not just gonna sit and just drive on the out route now. That ain't gonna happen.
I watched some of his tape, and it reminds me of his transition is so quick. His feet are so quick. His hips are really, really good. It reminds me of Asante Samuel. Asante Samuel and that T-step.
Yeah.
I mean, Asante, I'm looking at Daron. I'm looking at Asante, the way they play the game. Those first 3 steps of the receiver off the ball, he ain't even looking at the receiver. He looking at the quarterback. Boom. And he get eyes back on the receiver. And he done took his 3 steps and he's settling. He's settling because every route I done seen where he done picked the ball, the receiver is giving away indicators, I'm getting ready to break. Or they raising to get up out the out route. Even though the ball is behind, he's reading his keys. The goddamn receiver is giving everything away. Everything away. I don't mean to get into the technical stuff aspect of it, but
see, the thing is, Ocho, they take the ball in the shotgun snap, and the quarterback go in 3 steps. Well, Richards is like a 5 or 7 step drop, but he's already in the gun, so he's not doing conventional up under the center, taking that deep 7 step drop. So he's in the gun. He's only taking a couple of bounces back. So he's like, okay, the ball finna come out. I mean,
got to.
If you're a quarterback and you stop, that means you're getting ready to throw the football. So why am I gonna keep backpedaling and you've already stopped your drop?
Yeah,
it's just common sense. Well. I see where you angled. I see the way you angled. Okay, you getting ready to break on something. I got to step on your toes.
T-step.
And then I got to to stack you because I just can't let you run me and push me to the side, because that's where a lot of receivers make a mistake, Ocho. They run the go route, and instead of stacking him, putting him in a trail position, you let him run beside you, and all he's going to do is just
listen.
And next thing you know, your quarterback got to
perfect. You got to throw a perfect ball, because the sideline is the DB's best friend. That's another defender. You got to get into him. Everybody trying to use speed. They trying to just widen the release and get out. Yeah. All they doing is just ride them, stand right on the hip. And those that can play the ball, they look back, and those that can't, they just play the hands.
Nope. I'm trying to stack you and put you in a trail position. So now the quarterback don't have to, this little spot right here. No, he got all this because you're in the trail position. You behind me. But like you said, it's kind of like when you're in television, Ocho, and they teach you how to read the prompter. They always tell you got more time than you think. And that's one of the things I would tell the wide receiver. You got more time than you think. Don't rush it. Because you rush it, quarterback, and think about it. Plus, Ocho, you got to let the quarterback, he in the gun, you got to get the ball.
You got to get that clock.
So I'm open.
Clock in your head.
He ain't got the ball yet.
The funny thing about it, and this is just my receivers, I know y'all gonna see this. Everybody doing the same release. They hezzy, skip off the line, and just go. Hezzy, skip, and then go. Yep. And the DBs ain't falling for it. All they do is hit a shoulder pad, hand it to hip, and ride you and turn and run. Everybody doing the same thing. Everybody. Same thing.
Nope. Yeah. Everybody try to do that, Devontae. Yeah. That's the Devontae Adams. That's basically
hezzy, skip, and go.
And the thing, see, now they don't let you get that physical, because back when I first got into the league, if you had it, you run through your chest.
Death, man. Listen. What?
Hey, they come right up.
You ever played against Dale Carter? Oh
yeah, DC.
Listen, man.
He was at Kansas City. He actually became a teammate of mine in '99. But in Kansas City, back Ocho, guys with what they call quick jam or freeze technique. So they'd be up there, let a press position, and then all of a sudden you see him open up like, okay, he put it
back. Come right back to you. Man, I remember, Dale Carter, man. I done seen Dale. I had to see Dale one time, man, when he was with the Ravens. And Dale jump jammed me, man, one time. It was a blocking play and caught me in my neck, and I couldn't even move. I was stuck. I was stuck in one spot, and he opened up. Yeah, like the snap was coming. I'm thinking, it's a run play. He good. He finna bail out. Man, that ball snapped. Man, he was in my chest so goddamn fast because I was relaxed because I knew it was a run play. Never again. Yeah. Oh yeah, nice.
But guys don't quick jam or freeze technique nearly as much
I
as
don't
they
even think
used
the
to back in the
coordinators
day.
even allow them to play that technique, so they're not out of position, because if you miss, you get your assed out.
Oh yeah, because all he gonna do is
Throw
he
that
gonna throw
hand
that
up.
hand
Yeah.
up. On Dak, I think it was the second to the last touchdown, maybe the last touchdown. Dak had hit a turkey leg in a Salvation Army kettle. And when they scored a touchdown, Dak went and got the plastic bag, had the turkey leg in there, took a bite of it. Now he gonna get fined extensively, but I like to sell it. I like to sell it. So what did you think of Dak's celebration, and what was your favorite celebration?
You know what, the Salvation Army with the turkey leg in there was perfect. Obviously, with the day being Thanksgiving, with the NFL office, this is what the fans want. This is what the fans want to see. I don't think you should fine for stuff like this, but he's probably going to get a significant fine. And
he will definitely get fined.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Because it's a prop. Remember they say, Ocho, they don't want you to use props.
Yep. No props on the field. I wonder who started that. But needless to say, that was a great celebration. I enjoyed it. And it goes with the theme of the day. It goes with the theme of the day. And the NFL should realize to this point, you have to be a little bit more lenient, allowing the players to have a little fun, because this is great engagement and fun and entertainment for the fans. This is the entertainment business, and stuff like that is exactly what the fans pay those high price tickets for.
Yeah. You remember Joe Horn brought that cell phone. Joe Horn started y'all with that foolishness.
Oh, yeah.
Dude actually had to flip up under the goalpost and scored a touchdown.
That was classic.
And I think that was Paul Tagliabue was in when that actually happened. Yeah, because I might have still been in the league. So Daniel just donated. Does Dak have to win a Super Bowl to be considered a Hall of Fame quarterback? No, there have been quarterbacks they're not many that's in the Hall of Fame. Warren didn't win a Super Bowl. Warren Moon. He didn't win a Super Bowl. But for the most part, Dan Marino didn't win a Super Bowl. But Danny is thought of as an elite quarterback. Danny is one of the 100 greatest players in the 100. Yeah, 100. He's on the 100th anniversary team. I think they picked 7 quarterbacks. Because if I'm not mistaken, I know Montana, Manning, Brady, Elway, and Marino. I know it's 5. It might have been Staubach is 1, so 6. So I think they picked 6 or 7 quarterbacks. All of them, with the exception, I think Danny won at least 1 Super Bowl. They picked 7. They picked 10 quarterbacks. They picked 10 quarterbacks. Be in there
somewhere, huh?
No, Aikman, he wasn't one of the 100 greatest. Otto Graham was one, wasn't he?
Otto Graham. For real?
Otto Graham for the Cleveland Browns, yeah. But back then, they didn't have Super Bowl. They had championships. Slinging Sammy Baugh, Johnny U. But Johnny won a Super Bowl, remember? He also, the biggest upset when the Jets upset the Colts. But back then, he also won a championship. So I don't think he has to, but he's gonna have to play. And a lot of these guys, if they didn't win the Super Bowl, and I don't think Warren didn't win an MVP, but Danny was an MVP in 1984. First guy to throw, he threw 48 touchdowns, which was unheard of in that day. Threw for 5,000 yards, which would be the equivalent of maybe even 6,000 yards, considering the rules back then, how you could attack the quarterback, how you could punish the receivers. Oh, he would, in today's game, he would throw probably for 6,000 yards. The Packers beat the Lions 29-22. Jordan Love, 22 of 32, 268, 3 touchdowns. Christian Watson, 5 catches, 94 yards and a touchdown. The Packers had a first quarter defensive touchdown on a sack fumble caused by Rashawn Gary on Jared Goff. Jonathan Owens, who happens to be Simone Biles' husband, Cooper scored 27 yards. Gary picked up 3 sacks in the win. Jared Goff was 29 of 44, 332, 2 touchdowns, but he lost 3 fumbles. And remember, he got away with it. He had 4 turnovers last week. They had 4 turnovers, and they came back and win. You see, you got to be careful. You got to be careful because you play better. You step up in competition, you turn the ball over, it's going to bite you in the butt. And it really bit him in the butt. And I thought it was a little bit early for Dan Campbell to go for it on 4th down, especially in your own area of the field, because now if they stop you, they're in field goal range. They stop you, they're in field goal range, Ocho. And so, but what do you take away from what you like about Jordan Love? Because he made some throws today, Ocho.
Listen,
he made some throws today that I'm like, hold on, did you see him? I mean, I saw him last year, and I said, I'm not saying he's going to be Aaron Rodgers, because I think Aaron Rodgers, you can make a case Aaron Rodgers is one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks ever. As far as arm talent, there aren't many. You talk about Marino, Mahomes, as far as just arm talent, just throwing the football, he's there. But Jordan Love made some throws last year. I said, hold on. He reminds you a lot of a young Aaron Rodgers, the way he can drop down, the arm angles in which he can release the ball. He made some throws today.
Some good ones.
I think the Matt LaFleur, I think Brian Gutekunst, the general manager, and I think the CEO, Mark Murphy, they're like, okay.
I think the fact of the matter is with them, which made letting Aaron Rodgers go and understanding what they had waiting in the helm to take over this organization in Jordan Love. Obviously, he can throw from multiple angles. He can throw every throw from either hash. He's one of those quarterbacks in the NFL where the ball can be on the left hash. He can throw a 20, 18-yard comeback all the way to the opposite side of the field. That's the type of arm strength and arm talent that he does have. And obviously, it showed today with some of the things that he was able to do. Christian Watson, the receivers have been really up and down for the Packers, throughout the season. But when they get it together, when they continue to mesh, especially in the offseason, they get together and they come back next year, they have a nice squad. They have a nice squad offensively. The run game.
They're young, the Ocho, the receivers. You got to like them. You look at Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, and
the real deal. They all the real deal. I would like a little bit more out of the running game, so it doesn't put the onus of everything having to be done at the quarterback position and having to put the game in his hands. A little bit more efficient, a little bit more efficiency in the run game. I think they're gonna be fine. Obviously, on the flip side of things, this is a game where the damn Lions couldn't overcome the turnovers. You can't turn 3 times. 1 time, yes. 1 time, you can overcome. But 3, and you lose all 3 of them, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna be that. You can't play winning football like that.
And the bigger problem is that they got points off your turnovers because they got to scoop and score. Their offense wasn't on the field. At least you could say, well, our defense came on the field and we could have stopped them, and we turned it right back over. But no. They got 7 points out of your possession.
Yeah.
And you can't, it's hard enough. It's hard enough for a team to win games when your offense isn't scoring. But when your offense turns the ball over and you let the opposing team defense score on those possessions, it becomes even more difficult. Okay, Ocho, it's time to announce our 5 special Thanksgiving
5 winners.
Each winner, 5. I got 5.
Hey, what they win?
Each winner wins $1,000.
Ooh, y'all for the win $1,000. Hey, when y'all win y'all money, man, send me something. Throw your boy something.
Hey, when y'all win this, send your boy $500.
I don't even need. I just need $20. Throw something on the floor for me, baby. I'm gonna pick it up now. Yeah.
Our first winner at Kenobi Centauri. At Kenobi, KNOBI CENTAUR. At Kenobi Centauri. Our next one is BONNAH
what
underscore AAA from Ghana.
Oh, he from Ghana? Somebody way from Ghana? What?
Yeah, from Ghana. Yeah,
hey.
yeah. Our other one is my hero Anthony 0. Anthony how you say that? Alacro? Don't
Anthony
Alacron. My hero Anthony 00. Anthony Alacron. You are a winner. Patricia Catalidge. CATTLIDGE. Catalidge. Patrice Catalidge. And at Tamrick B. Tamrick Brazil. You are our 5 winners. We also have an honorable mention. His name is Hambino. Hambino at Hambino 7. And this is what he said, Ocho. He says, I don't have 5. He says, I'll lie before you. I'll lie to you. I just subscribed on all 18 of my email accounts.
Serious?
Yeah. So he gets something. We got something Hambino coming your way also. So Kenobi Centauri, You from Ghana. Bohana _AAA from Ghana. You, my hero, Anthony 00 Anthony Alacron, Patrice Catalich, and Tamarick Brazil. You are our 5 winners. Hambino Godbody, you are our honorable mention winner. Congratulations to all of you that won.
Y'all got it. Listen, everybody that won, all I need. I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna text him a cash app. Just send me $5. Throw some on the floor for me. I'm gonna pick it up. That's all I need. That's all. Congratulations to y'all, man. I love you. The holidays are coming up. Do right with.
I think all 5 of y'all owe me something, and y'all know what they say: money out of sight calls a fight. Pay up. Pay up. Pay up. Hey. I need it. Ocho say he want 5. I want 10. So that's
see what I'm talking about.
So you got 9. You got 985 coming. Everybody got 985. We good with that?
I ain't asked for much. Because I know if I get 5 from each one of you, man, that's $25. You know what I could do with $25 in today's economy? I can make that stretch for about 2 weeks.
Well, see, here's the thing, Ocho. You getting 5. That's 25. I'm getting 10. That's $50. $50. Good 50. I do something with 50. I can flip that. I flip that.
What you gonna do with 50? What you gonna do with it?
I flip that right quick, Ocho.
We turn that 50 into what, 100?
Man, I come back. Hey, I come back with. They don't tell you what I'm gonna come back with. I might come back with old Honda, a Honda Civic.
Well, yeah, about 96. Hey, because you know a 96 Honda Civic will last you about 30 years.
88.
Or 88.
I ain't the doors and the doors in the hood might not be matching, but it'll be all right. Hey, it'll get you from point A to point B.
You got to get some gold BBSs on that thing. Some gold BBSs.
Have it lowered.
Lower that thing, man. Put a little exhaust on there. You would be in the game.
Congratulations, guys. We really appreciate it. Please make sure you click that subscribe button to join us at Nightcap. Remember, get us to 350,000 by Monday. And when we come on, we're going to give away 20,000. 40 winners, 40 will win $500. 40 winners will win $500. I don't know how much.
20,000. We giving away $20,000, man.
Baby Pluto just donated this for Ocho. What you want to ask Ocho, Baby Pluto?
What's up, Baby Pluto? That sound like the little homie.
He just donated $100 for Ocho.
He donated 100. Man, man, that's what I'm talking about. Boy, you a real one, boy. You a real. I appreciate that, homie. I salute you. I salute you, man. You know what I could do with that $100. Nigga, I'm behind on child support. That's going to my back pay. I appreciate that, boy. Let's go.
Man, look here. I got a daughter in med school, man.
Well, you know what I could do?
I got a daughter in med school. Hook it up.
Brother Pluto. Boy, you don't, boy, don't make me start. Baby Pluto. Boy, don't make me start crying here in front of the company, man. Shoot, got me getting emotional.
Well, hey, I need Mama Jupiter to send me something. Baby Pluto just said Ocho $100. Mama Jupiter, send your boy something. Break me off.
You're a real one, boy. Shit, shoot me a tweet, shoot me a DM, boy. I'm finna follow you, boy. I ain't never had nobody give me $100, boy. Especially right now, shoot, times is rough, boy. You're a real one.
Ocho, I don't know if you saw this. In the HBO Sport interview that aired Tuesday, Irsay was asked if the arrest of 2014 driving under the influence of prescription drugs and some subsequent guilty plea, which resulted in a 6-game suspension from the NFL, were a low point, to which he responded, no, not really, because the arrest was wrong. Irsay went on to accuse the Indianapolis Suburban Police of Carmel Police Department of profiling him. I'm prejudiced against because I'm a rich white billionaire. If I was just an average guy down the block, they would not be pulling me over. They would not be pulling me in. Of course not. Irsay said he had recently had hip surgery at the time, which made it difficult to walk and required him to take prescribed medication. Why the hell are you driving then? He also said he pled guilty to the misdemeanor because he just wanted to get it over with. Irsay asked if he knew how this statement would sound to the public, which he replied, I don't care what it sounds like. It's the truth. You know, Andrea Mitchell, I could give a damn what people think or how anything sounds or how sounds like. The truth is the truth, and I know the truth. Then he went on the tweet at first take all night, if you don't give a damn. And so I'm asking, if you didn't care, why are you tweeting at first take? So here's some of the facts of his arrest. He was pulled over at 11:40 p.m. by a police officer who observed a vehicle traveling 10 miles an hour in a 35 miles an hour zone. The car frequently made stops. It would come to a complete stop on an open road, no stop sign, no traffic light. He was found to have multiple prescription drugs in his car: Xanax, Darvocet, Valium, Ambien, Ativan, according to the arrest. He also had $29,000 in a Toyota Highlander he was driving. Most of the cash found in a briefcase, laundry bag, which contained prescription drugs.
Wait.
Hold on. I'm not done. Let me tell you. So, a little fact. He also, one time, he had 400 tablets of Oxycontin during one 24-day period. He had 120 prescriptions filled in a single year. In 1995, Indianapolis police found his name among records of a doctor suspected of running a pill mill. So let this see. People at home, I just want you to hear what I'm saying. He once got 400 Oxycontin pills in a 24-day span. And I think the pills were what, 30 or 40 milligrams? They were 40 milligrams. Oxy.
I'm lost a little bit. I'm lost a little bit. So you got to catch me up. Like I'm not one that really takes pills or really gets stuff over the counter. So I need to have a better understanding on what Oxycontin is and what it does and why he has so many.
It's very addictive, and it's a pain.
So he's in pain. I'm assuming this is from his hip surgery then.
Okay, here's the thing. He had the hip surgery in June of one year. He was pulled over in April of the following year. Ocho, see how I can speak to a little something about this here. Your boy had both of his hips replaced.
Okay, so you know about it.
The one thing they told me, they said we would like for you to take 7 to 10 days before you drive. Okay, my head hard. I ain't listening. But here's the thing, Ocho. I had the first surgery. I had an allergic reaction. And they weren't certain that the allergic reaction didn't come from the pain medication that they gave me. So the next hip surgery, guess what, Ocho?
Take the medication.
They didn't give me any pain medication. They put me under. When I awoke, I took no pain medication. So if you know you had hips, or first of all, it's a whole thing about it. It's June, so it's almost a year. Ocho, my second one, I was walking unassisted in 7 days. The first one took me 12 days. So if you have hip surgery in June of 1 year, how the hell you still stumbling and falling and you in pain the following year and 10 months later?
Maybe because of his age. I'm not sure. I'm not making any excuses for him. I'm just
Jim Irsay at the time of the surgery was 52.
He was young. Oh, he was young.
Jim Irsay is 64 years old. Yes. 64, Ocho. He don't look it, but he's 64. Right. I'm 55. Yes, the surgery, hold up. He had the surgery, so 2013. So he was 54. Okay. He was a year younger than he's a year younger than what I am right now. I had my surgeries at 53 and 54.
Hey, it's kind of crazy some of the statements you read about him not caring, obviously not caring, and being that he's being profiled because he's a rich billionaire. But obviously there are a set of rules that we all have to live by. You know, all those rules are the same for everybody, Ocho, regardless to who you are. Yes, sir.
Ocho, do you know what would have happened if you or I try to get 400 Oxycontin pills in 24 days? Do you know what would happen to you and I if we got 127 prescriptions filled in a year? Do you know what's going to happen? And do you know what's going to happen to the doctor?
Tell me what,
He's going to lose his life.
What would happen if you pay for him? I mean, he has the money to pay for him.
You can't get 120 prescriptions. Ain't no doctor going to write them, first of all, that's over the top. Do you understand how many 120 years, Ocho? That's 10 scripts a month.
It's hard for me to understand because
you get 10 prescriptions per month. That's 120. That's of Oxycontin, of Valium, of all. What were the drugs he had? Put it up on my screen, Ash. for the drugs that he got scripts for.
Yeah, I'm learning something new. Shit. The only thing I know about, all I know
And
about
he
is
didn't.
Tylenol and Advil.
Nah. He was taking stuff stronger than Tylenol and Advil. But the problem that I have is that he tried to say, well, I come from nothing. Bro, Bob Irsay was his dad. He owned the Indianapolis. First of all, they were the Baltimore Colts. He went to SMU. SMU wasn't cheap then when he went to school. It's not cheap now. He got named general manager of the Baltimore Indianapolis Colts 1 month after they left in the middle of the night. They left Baltimore. They packed up and went to Indy.
Yeah, I remember that.
He got named general manager, and for him to say he pulled himself up by his bootstraps, bro. Do you understand that you was wearing Christian Louboutin boots? Do you understand? See, he's the type of guy that he's on third base, but he didn't hit a triple.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good analogy right there.
He was just already there. That's
a good analogy right there.
Dude, and I'm not saying, and he talk about, I just hate, bro, do you understand the perks that comes along with being wealthy, white, and a billionaire? Ocho, we get some perks and we wealthy and black, but we don't get those kind of perks.
Listen, and obviously when you're rich in general, at some point when you get enough money, at times we lose a sense of reality. We lose a sense of reality, and we somewhat become or feel invincible to the fact that we get to abide by our own set of rules and we are different than everybody else. And many times when we come or we have a run-in with the law, they will humble you and you bring you back down to earth to help you realize that you are no different than anybody else, regardless to income or regardless to how many zeros you have in your bank account. And most of the time, if after enough red flags and you still not listen, the man upstairs will humble you himself. He will.
Look, if he'd just go ahead and take his punishment, said, look, I learned my lesson. I've been dealing with addiction. And addiction is a disease. And it's something that I fight daily. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But bro, you were not signaled out. Here's some of the scripts. He had Lorcet, Vicodin, Xanax, and Klonopin.
What the fuck did you just? I don't know what all that shit is.
Yeah. I don't know, but don't worry about it. A lot of the people out there understand what it is. You ain't just getting those, Ocho.
So this is to help with the pain he's going through.
He's been to rehab. He's trying to make it seem like he was dealing with, and I'm not saying that he wasn't. Each person is different. But if you know you had hip surgery, why are you taking drugs and driving? Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You can't park in front of a fire hydrant and say, well, Judge, I didn't see the fire hydrant. And he's going to tell you ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You know you were told when you take, I don't know anybody out there, when they tell you about taking painkillers, what do they say? Do not drive or operate heavy machinery.
It make you drowsy. It make you drowsy. Huh? It make you drowsy. It make you drowsy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Normally when you take painkillers, you sit your ass on the couch and you go lay down. Who thought, like, you know what? Man, I'm in so much pain. Let me pop some of this. Let me pop some of this Oxycontin. Let me touch some of this Darvocet. And I'm gonna go for a drive. So let this sink in now. What your hip hurting got to do with you driving 10 miles an hour and stopping on an open highway? And they came out. Can you give me the report? What did the Carmel police say?
And normally you would have thought, with it being in Indianapolis and with it being the police and with him being Jim Irsay, most of the time you let somebody go of that magnitude, especially a name like that is a representation of not just the Colts but Indianapolis.
Yeah,
it must have been bad. He must have been like really messed up, like drowsy or something.
Yes. Well, he soon got a car. Hopefully, when we're gonna show the video, when people see this, we're gonna see the video. That ain't no pain, because like I said, I drove 3 days after my second surgery, but I wasn't taking, but I didn't take any pain medication.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I also understood that they had already told me that Mr. Sharpe, we're not going to give you anything because I had a very bad allergic reaction.
First time.
I had to go to UCLA medical emergency for the first time. Okay, Tim Green, the now retired Carmel, Indiana police chief, told USA Today Sports on Wednesday. Hello. Okay. I would just hope that he would reevaluate what he said there because he knows that's not the case in this matter. Let's just say some of the comments that he made without any type of evidence or proof. Bro, them people ain't pulling. Man, come on. Bro, with those kind of prescriptions, because normally you got to have Ocho, do you know how many 400 Oxycontin pills are? If you got those, you go into jail. You're going to jail with 400 pills.
You're going to jail for having,
in 24 days?
Pills that are just for pain. That's pain medicine. So that sounds like the equivalent of
you ain't no doctor writing you 400 of them. Do you know? See, you don't understand. But when you get up here, I want you to Google Oxycontin and see how addictive it is. The pill is the new thing now. That's what pill got people walking around here like zombies. The pills is the new thing. People get prescriptions and they selling them.
All right, I'm lost a little bit. So they selling the pills. So the people that are purchasing the pills, they're in some sort of pain, or they just addicted to having it because it gives you a certain feeling to ease the pain or whatever you're going.
People will buy them. Okay, let's just say I get a prescription. I got a prescription filled for Oxycontin, Darvocet, hydrocodone. Hey, man, I heard you got some pills. What you need, Ocho? Hey, let me get what you got? I got some Oxycontin. I got some hydrocodone. I got Darvocet. Got Klonopin. Got what you need. What you need? Okay, let me get that. I sell them to you. Now you walk around here like a zombie because they not for you, and you taking them in abundance. People taking them, they're crushing them, they snorting them, they doing all kinds of stuff. That's the thing.
So at what point is this going to become illegal? It was never
a problem.
At what point does it become illegal?
It's been illegal. Pill mills are illegal. He was getting scripts. You can't get script. You can't get 15. That's a pill mill. That's illegal. Normally, doctors lose their jobs if they do that. They'll get this bar.
So when you get them in bulk, it's illegal. But as long as you get them and it's prescribed for you to actually take, then it's not illegal, based in small amounts.
Ocho, do you understand how many 400 pills are?
You got to give you.
I don't think you grasping the magnitude of 400 pills in 24 days.
You got to give it to me in a different terminology on something that I understand and know about. That's why I don't get it.
You know, okay. You know about Vicodin. You saw your teammates take Vicodin, a Percocet. So imagine your teammate getting 400 Vicodin, which is Oxycontin is probably 2 to 3 times stronger than those. Getting 400 those in 24 days.
Okay, I think I got it a little bit.
Yeah. You got teammates. You know your teammates took those Percocet and those things of that nature because that's what they gave the football player.
Okay.
So he had 424 days.
Money talks. Hey, I mean, obviously, people that type of wealth, they live by they
that's
they
my
live
point.
A different lifestyle, and they have access and resources to any and everything in bulk.
Thank you. And he was trying to say that being a wealthy white billionaire was some kind of drawback.
He clearly understands the privileges that comes with. This ain't just this.
Who profiling a wealthy? Bro, I promise you, if I get on Wilshire Boulevard and they go get some call and the police come behind me, that's a busy intersection. I'm going 10 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden, I just stop. And then I take off again. And I ain't at no traffic light. I'm not at a stop sign, a 4-way intersection, a 2-way intersection. I'm just stopping in the middle for no reason, Ocho. What you think they're gonna do?
Over. Every time.
Okay. Okay. So I just wish you'd just left well enough alone. Just own the mistake that you made. You have some issues. You've been dealing with this for a long period of time. And I understand that addiction is real. I just had a conversation with Ric Flair, who lost his son Reed, and you could see here the pain and the hurt of losing a child. And so I empathize for anybody that's going through, and please get the help that you need. But in this situation, I just wish Jim Irsay would have left this alone, because he's not going to get any sympathy, because he's trying to like pretend like he did nothing, and they just profiled him and just pulled him over.
So is he in trouble now because of what happened all the way back then?
No,
or was just brought back up?
No. He was suspended for 6
so
games.
He already did his time for the NFL.
He already did his time.
Okay.
And so my thing was, I don't even know why he wanted to rehash that, Ocho. You served your time. You served your penalty. Why go back down that avenue?
I saw the tweet. I saw the first tweet. I didn't really understand where it was coming from. I didn't know.
He tweeted some other stuff about his siblings died in a car crash, and some of that's true, some of that's not true. I think one of his siblings has special needs that end up dying in 1999, and it wasn't in a car crash. So he misspoke on a lot of stuff. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying he misspoke the truth on some things. But I don't understand why he would want to go down that path anyway. That's probably a very traumatic experience, and try to redrudge that up to elicit sympathy. But he can just miss me on that one. I don't know him that well. I've met him on several occasions, but he gets no sympathy from me on this one. Greg Popovich tells the Spurs crowd to stop booing Kawhi. Kawhi was booed often during Wednesday game, particularly when he's at the free throw lines. The boos were so loud and intense that Pop got on the microphone at the scorer's table and implored the crowd to stop booing. Excuse me for a second. Can we stop all the booing? Let the guys play. Have a little class. It's not who we are. Knock off the booing. It didn't work. The boos grew louder.
They didn't listen to Pop?
Nope.
See, man, listen, fans.
He opposed the player. Ocho.
He was a Spur. He was a Spur. He gave his all in all for that organization.
Do you remember how he left?
See what happened when I don't pay attention to basketball? Was there something wrong with his knee, right? There was something wrong with his knee? Yeah, see, yes. I remember. And he sat out for a lot of games, right?
He said he had a quad tendinosis.
See, I remember that.
So it was something that was going on in his quad.
And it affected me.
The Spurs doctors said it was okay. Kawhi and his doctor says no, it wasn't. And the thing this is what good coaches do. Coach could always iron fist Timmy D. He could always iron fist Tony Parker or Manu. And he thought the same approach would work for Kawhi. But if you look at Kawhi's demeanor, Ocho, you can't do him like that. You can look at his demeanor. That ain't gonna work with him. And he's not a confrontational guy. And I told him at the time, I remember when all this was going on, I said, Kawhi never play for them again. Oh,
how did you know they wouldn't play? Because the doctor didn't side with him?
Nope. Because something that Tony Parker said. When Tony Parker said my leg was, Tony Parker tore his quad the previous year and came back to play before Kawhi. And he said in front of the media that my injury was 1,000 times worse than Kawhi.
Why would he do that?
Whoop, there it is.
Why would you even compare injuries to two completely different body types, and people heal completely different? And as your teammate, you don't want to throw your teammate under the bus like that.
And I think they had a team meeting or something and asked him, when are you going to play? They had a team meeting and they put him under the lights. And once that came out, Ocho, I've been pretty good in locker rooms. I have a pretty good gauge of how to deal with people. Some people you pat them on the back. Some people you kick them in the butt. Some people you be facetious with. I mean, I'm used to tell guys, hell, my grandma could have caught that one, bro.
You know who to play with like that.
But I'm getting my point across. I'm like, but some guys you ride. Some guys you pat on the back. Some guys you like, bro, goddamn, we all getting paid here. You can't talk to everybody the same. And the mark of a leader is to know who to talk to, how to talk to, when to talk to them. And so I just knew that wasn't going. It said it didn't work. The boos grew louder. He said he didn't. He said he wasn't bothered by the boos. And he said, if I don't have that Spurs jersey on, they're probably going to boo me for the rest of my career. You're right.
He probably don't even care.
You're right.
He don't care.
Do you remember? I know you remember when LeBron went back to Cleveland. Do you remember when he went back to Cleveland from Miami?
That first game,
yeah.
I remember that. I watched that.
Yes.
They ain't give two. You know what? They ain't care. They let him have it.
Exactly.
But they built for that though. People like LeBron, people like
sure.
Kawhi. I ain't even heard Kawhi talk yet. I heard him laugh before. I ain't even heard him talk yet. So I know. I just know he don't even care. Yeah, I know he don't care about none of that. It don't affect him in any way.
But if I'm an opposing player, I'm very fortunate. I left Denver and I went back. They cheered me. They didn't boo me. Even when I caught a pass, I don't remember them booing me when I caught a pass. I left Baltimore, go back to Denver. They cheered me. I don't remember them booing me even when I caught a pass. But that's different. I mean, the thing is that I didn't want to leave either place, but circumstances is beyond my control, and the fans took that in consideration.
Yeah, that's business.
But it is. Tiana Taylor filed for divorce from Iman Shumpert, alleged infidelity and mental abuse. According to legal documents filed in Georgia, Tiana felt pressure to intentionally dim her light for her husband to try to have a harmonious and peaceful marriage. She accuses him of being extremely emotional and mentally abusive towards her, exhibiting cruel treatment and selfishness, crashing her Rolls Royce only to flee the scene, evading a second DUI. She also claims Iman was jealous whenever she'd get the spotlight, asking her not to work, then griping that she wasn't earning enough money for their family. Damn. While she downplayed the talk of infidelity in her public comments earlier this fall, writing to be 1,000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. TMZ reports cheating was very much a part of the divorce filing. What's your take on that, Ocho? Because you're kind of in a situation where a rail earns a nice living. And go ahead. I want to hear your time. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna go after you.
The first thing I was getting ready to say is the divorce rate. The divorce rate is super high. I'm not even to speak on Tiana Taylor and what Iman went through. How do we fix the issue? How do we come down to the issue? Because the same things keep coming up over and over and over and over. Infidelity is always a problem. Money is always been a problem. What else? Everybody has a different factor. So many people are divorcing, and every time people divorce, there's always a different reason. And most of the time, the same common things always come up. So the thing I want to know in the chat that you guys listen, I think this is a great topic, and I'm glad we're touching on this. How do we fix the problem? How do we get to the root of the problem? What it really is the problem in general? Is marriage? Is the traditional marriage what something that we all can do, or do you do the type of marriage that works for you? It's really a loaded question, when you think about it. When you think about it, everybody portrays they're so happy. When you look at pictures of Iman and Tiana, everybody looks so happy.
Yeah.
When you look at other people that are divorced, they look at pictures, everybody's so happy, but we never know what's going on behind closed doors. How do we make marriage work? That's what I want to know. How do we make it work? Forget the part of we're seeing the finished product, people ending, people being over, but what they show and what they perceive to be is they always show that they're happy and things are going perfect. How do we fix the root of the fucking problem so it doesn't end in the goddamn divorce? That's what I want.
Well, that's what you do on social media. Everybody wants to do stuff on social media. Post this, post that, or you did this, you do that. For me, the thing is, Ocho, divorce used to be frowned upon. Man, it had to get really, really bad. Really, 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 really bad for a man to leave the marriage or a woman to leave the marriage. It's too easy now. I mean, hey, you get mad, you come home, I don't like this, and boom, I'm gone. My thing is that if what she's saying is true, and I don't know that to be true. I
don't need it because
I would be honored if my partner, my wife, my significant other had income, because you have to understand, at one point in time, I was the dominating figure in the relationship. And I know it's hard. I mean, and I look at Tabitha. Hey, Tabitha Chance. I know you watch because Chance commented on my thing. I look at Chance and Tabitha. He cool with being a stay-at-home dad. He runs everything from the background. He's cool with that. She loves that man immensely. There's nothing that man could ask Tab for that she wouldn't get or give him. But he's okay with that. Amon, you got to realize Amon was an NBA player, first-round draft pick of the Knicks. He won an NBA championship. He was at the height. Tiana had to take I think it was something about taking pictures. Now, you don't normally see that with a married couple. I couldn't imagine someone, LeBron and Savannah walking the red carpet, and it says, okay, Savannah, can you step to the side? We just want to take a picture of LeBron. Now, your girlfriend, that's one thing, but that's that man, that's his wife. So, and I, you know what, that I get it. It's kind of like Stedman Oprah. Oh, Stedman is fine in the background.
Right.
Corey and Kris Jenner. He cool with the background. I think it's harder for a man if you've been at this level, Ocho, you've been in the spotlight, you've been the center of attention. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, we want to take a picture of your wife and not you. We want to speak to your wife. I want to speak to your wife and not you. I haven't been, I'm cool. I'm cool. I mean, my thing is like, I think for me, like when if I go into a relationship, okay, are you going to work? You want to work. You're working. Okay, you're going to continue to work? Okay, cool. This is what I do. Hey, save yours. I mean, every relationship I've been in, my girlfriend ain't gonna pay for anything. Ain't help with no rent, ain't pay. I take over her bills. You got a car note? I got that. You got an apartment? I got that. The only thing you pay for, your cell phone bill, you pay that. That's all you got. My mom want to come, my family's coming. Okay, I got them. I fly them in. I have a car service pick them up. Yeah.
Well, Unc, boy, you the one, boy. Boy, you that boy, huh? You hear me?
Look, I'm just old fashioned. I'll do a lot. I ain't opening no doors. So don't ask me. I ain't gonna go around and open your door to get in the car or something like that. Open your own damn door. But for most of the stuff, everything else, I'm gonna take care of it. That's just the way I am. I'm not saying if another guy doesn't do that, I'm not saying he's wrong. I know some guys like, hey, Sharpe, man, she got to pay for something. I'm good. I'm good. So that's just the way I handle it. I've never been in a situation where I've dated someone. I guess that was the equivalent of as far as facial recognition, name recognition as I am. But let's just say for the sake of argument, I dated someone that was the equivalent of me, and all of a sudden I wasn't doing what I was doing. Could I be okay with that? Yeah, hell yeah. I want to stay home, baby. You go on the red carpet by yourself. I'll be here waiting on you. Because I don't do stuff to try to get attention. That's I don't do it. I mean, I used to post my dogs all the time. I mean, I took a picture today. Jordan took a picture of my dog today, and I looked at the comment. Man, Unc, you got the dog at the table? Yes. Because I promise you, everybody that I would want to come to my house gonna come to my house. You can't find 5 people that's ever been to my house and had a meal that wasn't family. Bucket, Burns are probably the only 2 guys that's ever been to my house while food is being prepared, sit down and eat. And if you're not I may explain them. When I date women, say, look, the dogs, they're gonna get on the bed. They're gonna get on the couch. They're gonna sleep in the bed. The 2 little ones, they're gonna sleep in the bed. I'm gonna feed them table food. If you got a problem with the dogs, let me know now. We can't do anything. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how much money you make. Dogs ain't going nowhere. They live here. You visiting.
Damn, Unc.
And you probably won't come back.
Damn, you like that? So them dogs come before any woman that tries to enter your kingdom.
Any.
You tough, boy. But
I ain't
I'm
tough.
just saying that but you tough. You tough. That's a good rule. But again, when this is great. This is a great conversation, especially for the people watching, people that are couples, people that are already married that are watching, people that are maybe even in relationships. I think it all comes down to one thing that a lot of us as men throughout time, that we've all struggled with, and being able to keep a woman happy long term. What does that entail? Is it possible to do? Many have failed, many have tried, and many have failed. As for me, I think about my relationship in general and some of the ones I've had in the past. And what I've done now, I've come to the point to where I take bits in how others operate in relationships, in marriages, and some of the things they do. I'm damn near somewhat of a copycat, if that makes sense. People that are married, Ryan Clark, I copy some of the things that Ryan does. He probably don't even know I even watch him and watch how he moves, watch how he conducts himself. Brother Shannon Crowder, a very, very good friend of mine, who I try to steal as much as I can from, and I absorb everything he does, the way he moves, the way he operates, the way he speaks, the way he conducts himself with his wife, with his woman. Duke, Duke, Duke. Remember Duke? Duke played in the league for a little bit. Duke Nacho. Did I say that right? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Duke, man. If there's, as a man, you're not supposed to want to be like anybody, but if there was one person, I wish I had that discipline earlier in life. If I had his discipline in the way he moves and the way he operates when it comes to dealing with his woman, and not playing no games in any other area, if it's not predicated to what he has going on in her, boy, listen. But I trade anything for the world. I trade anything in the world to operate and move like that young fella, that young fella there, man. That's somebody I look up to and want, and they inspire me. As far as that, I try to keep myself surrounded by people that are in situations like myself. I don't. So temptation, it's crazy out here. So I think surrounding myself by people who are in the same situation as me, that want to move and that are going in the right direction as me, as far as being in a relationship, trying to build, and all the other good stuff. Hanging out with single people. What you end up doing? You end up doing single people things.
Yes, I think the thing is, marriage is so individual. You have to do what works for you, Ocho. Maybe it's going on vacation. Maybe it's doing, hey, y'all work out together, y'all go to church together. Because it's kind of like parenting, because each child is different, each relationship is different. So what works for you and Rail might not work for me and my partner, or it might not work for someone else and their partner. So to try to say, well, okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, because the old adage is, okay, the girl like, well, I want such and such. He takes his kids to school. Okay. Maybe he's in a position where he can go, but let me ask you a question. In the process of taking them kids to school, is he taking you on vacation? Is he paying for everything? So you have to factor things like that in, Ocho. So because you can't get everything, there is no perfect husband. There is no perfect wife. There is no perfect girlfriend or significant other. There is no such thing. We can strive to get it. But by the way, I'm asking, what is perfection?
Yeah, it ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing.
So we're striving for something that no one has ever, because 300. Why? Who said 300 had to be the perfect score in bowling? Who had to say 27 strikeouts had to be? So why couldn't it be 40? So, but for me, I look at a situation, Ocho, I was like, look, this worked for me. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be upfront. This is what has to happen. The dogs are not leaving. The dogs are not going anywhere. And that's Ocho. I don't get upset if a female says, well, Shannon, these are my non-negotiables. I got no problem with that. I have to seriously ask myself, okay, Shannon, you saying you can do it. I know you can do it for a week, but can you do it for a month? Can you do it for 6 months? Can you do it for a year? Can you do it forever? Those are questions that you have to ask yourself. And I know in the beginning, a lot of times, like I said, when females would tell me when I was dating, I said, look, football is the most important thing, or I can be number 2. Until they found out, man, this motherfucker, he too serious, man. All he want to eat is chicken breast and brown rice. We don't go out to eat no time. We don't do anything because all he does, Shannon, you just left work. You just watch film. You tell me you watch film for 2.5 hours. Why you got to watch film another 2 hours when you get home? Because that's how you become great. This is how you make sure Mary Porter never has to eat what she ate. The house doesn't leak anymore. That my family never have to go back to that. This is how. And so that's how I am. And so I just tell them up front, hey, the dogs, these are some of the things I have. I'll do whatever I can for you. As far as monetary, I can only love you And that's the thing. That's the hardest thing, Ocho, is trying to communicate in someone's love language. Because as my therapist told me, she said, Shannon, she's speaking Spanish and you're loving her in Mandarin Chinese. She doesn't know what you're doing, and you don't know what she's doing. So unless you learn her language or she learns your language, there is no communication, and it's never going to work.
Do you think at times we as men can get lost? We can lose a sense of ourselves trying to please a woman too much because everything is predicated towards making her happy when most of the time it's never really ever about us. Because if you ask her what makes her happy, and you just say you ask her to name 5 things that make her happy, and those 5 things she names will always be predicated to her and have nothing to do with you. So
she want the bag? She want the bag. I want a man to take me here, and I want him to do that. I want him.
You got to be the provider. So the old in question still remains unanswered to today. Is it possible? To keep a woman happy long term, whether it's a relationship, whether it's even a friendship, whether it's marriage?
Well,
is it possible, especially in today's climate and era that we're in, where women like, well, you know what? He got one time to mess up with me.
Happiness doesn't come from any external things, Ocho. Happiness comes from self. Happiness is not something you find; it's something you create. You notice I said happiness is something you create. It's not something you find. Self is not something that you found. I hate when people say, I found myself. No, you created self. So I can give you whatever, but at the end of the day, you've got to be happy with you. You have to be happy with the person that you are. And I can be an accessory to your happiness, but I can never make you totally happy if you're unhappy with yourself. And that's what I've had to learn, because I was looking for people to make me happy, but I wasn't happy with myself. There were some things that I needed to figure out. And then once I figured out that, I said, okay. And I know, and I look, Ocho, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not an easy person to get along with, because the thing is, I had one of my exes told, because all her friends like, he must be so great to hang around. He's so funny. She said, the person that you see on television, he's nothing like that at home. And I'm not. I'm very, very quiet at home. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. Most of the things that I watch is on mute. And if it's not making me money, I don't really watch it anymore. I mean, I'll go home. I'll go home. And when I'm home and I wouldn't do anything, when I was going on vacation, I was on Undisputed, I wouldn't even cut the TV on.
Real?
Wouldn't even cut the TV on. I go get a massage, come home, stay in my room. I go get my nails done, come home, stay in my room. I go get my hair cut, go home, stay in my room. My homeboy would tell you, Bucket, he's like, when I was playing Ocho, my homeboy would come up. He would say, hey, man, I'm going to come on up because I know you about to get training. When I got into that mode, nobody came up. Nobody came to visit. That's how I am. And so I'm not an easy person to get along with. And I think the thing is, that's probably the most reason. And people say, I don't ask a whole lot. I mean, I think when people are like, well, Shannon, you got too many rules.
I was going to say that too.
If Ocho, if all I ask is that you not pass gas in front of me or burp in front of me, if that's too much, okay.
Or use the bathroom with the door open.
No, that's not that. Okay. If that's a non-negotiable for you, maybe we not for each other. That's okay. Maybe I have some quirks. I had to, get out of the habit of, mama want to do a little something in the morning. I had to get them brush my teeth. We can't be doing that. I can't be kissing you, mouth smelling like get back.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like when it's time to get to the nitty gritty early in the morning, you ain't got time. You don't got time to be brushing your teeth. By that time, the mood is already gone.
Ocho, man, I can't be in there kissing nobody breath smelling like get back.
In the morning, ain't about no kissing.
Ocho, you out here like this here.
Nah, we gonna work with you. We gonna get you there. We gonna get you there.
Ocho. Ocho, I done got it. Ocho, because a lot of times I just, I had to get out of that habit of thinking, I'm like, everything had to be perfect.
And I think everybody's striving
And
for that though, Unc. Everybody's striving for it.
but I just like, okay, Ocho, you look at you go to my refrigerator, all the labels are facing forward. You go in my cupboards, everything is facing a certain way. You go, everything is color coordinated, hung up in my closets. Everything is everything is like Gattaca. Everything is so boom, 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 boom. And then when it gets out of that, okay, what's the problem? Why is it like this? Yeah. And so that was the hardest thing. But to get back on Tiana Taylor, Ocho, I hope. I don't know Iman. I don't even. I damn sure don't know Tiana. I mean, I know who she is. I know who he is. I just hope that wasn't the case. That because I ain't trying to dim nobody. Like, I want you to be your best. I want you to be you. And if I can accentuate that, I'll help. What you need? What you need? Hey, chick say, hey, Shannon, I want to go to you know what? I want to go to real estate school. You know what I did, Ocho? I said, here, tell your mama to go too. Here's enough for both of y'all. That's how I am. That's how I am. I don't expect nothing back. I don't do anything and expect it back. I've given my homeboys money. Hey, bro, when I give you money, man, come on, man. I don't want you, bro. You good.
Right.
You good. That's how I am. Especially with I've broken up with females, Ocho, and it's like I see them like I said, well, hey, blah blah blah. I've been very fortunate, Ocho, to not after breaking up with somebody, not seeing them out with someone else because we live totally different lives. I'm on one side of town, they're on other side of town. I live in one state, they live in another state, so I don't really. But if they ever need me. I had this one chick, she called me, we were cool. She's like, Shannon, I really need. I said, what you need? Down payment on the house.
Whoa. Down payment. How much is the down payment? What, huh?
I give 25.
2,500?
Ocho, let me tell you what I do. Because I like to, if you, Ocho, if you cool with me, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Let me tell you what I did.
I'm glad
when I was young,
then.
Ocho, when I was young, I would test women because I wanted to see if you really like me and what you. So I went to see this lady. I ain't gonna tell you where I went to see her, but I stayed in the hotel. And the last day, he was coming back before I was getting ready to leave. So I gave her $5,040. And I know people at home will say, why you give her $5,040? Because valet was $27. And I wanted to see if she was going to take the $40, give the valet, and let them keep them and keep the change. What you think she did?
I know she ain't hit you and ask for the money for valet. Don't do that.
She charged it to the room.
But you lying.
I'm out. I'm done.
You purposely gave her $40 that would have took care of the valet. She could have pocketed the little $5, and she kept that little $40.
Want to see? Yep.
That's a good test, Unc. That's a good one right there, bro. That's a good one.
Let me tell you what I did. I did what I did one time. I told a chick, I said, I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars. I gave her less than that. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I told her I would give. I said, I'm gonna give you 10 bands.
Hold on.
For a birthday. Yeah. I gave her 10 bands for a birthday. I said, I'm gonna give you 10 bands for your birthday. I gave her 8.
Okay.
She didn't want it because I promised her 10.
Wait, what? She turned down 8,000 because you ain't give her 10 just because you said.
She said I lied to her.
You know, women big on principle now. you know how that is. If women big on that, when listen, if you say you're gonna do something, they big on that. I didn't see women say, listen, if you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you ain't gonna stand on what you said you were gonna do, why you even off in the first place?
But I like a lot of time. But I like. But see, here's the thing, and this is how I am, Ocho. The way my grandmother raised me is that be appreciative, even if you don't get what you thought. And that's what, look, I think that came from growing up how I grew up. I knew I wasn't going to ever get what I really asked for because we couldn't get it. My mama got what she could. I mean, I was one of the first in Glenville to have Air Jordans. I was the first to have a Walkman. I mean, we had a lot of stuff, whatever my mama could get.
Yeah,
she
wouldn't get it all though.
And so, right. And my grandmother, whatever she could get, we got it. And so it taught me to be appreciative of whatever she gave me. And it rubs me the wrong. The one thing I hate in any woman that's ever dealt with me, if you ask them, hopefully they don't tell you, but I hate ungratefulness. I hate ungratefulness. Appreciate what I give you, and I'll give you more. And most of the time, you don't have to ask me, Ocho.
Yeah,
I just give it to you.
Yeah.
I just go give it to you.
Yeah. And you know that's very hard in today's era, in today's climate, because you got fellas now that obviously that lead with money and do so much right off the bat. To when you reach somebody like you, someone like you who is a little bit more conscious of the way they give, then it's a little different because they expect it to be a certain way based on the individuals they dealt with before you came along. It's a little different. You got fellas that's throwing that money because they got that fast money coming in and they moving different, so they can spend like that. Yeah. So those that have to work hard for their money, they don't really appreciate you like that now. So it's different types. It's different types.
But I hopefully I got daughters that are grown and of dating age, and I just like look, and I just try to explain to them, look, they've been around me their whole life, and they've grown accustomed to a certain thing, a certain type of a lifestyle. I said, babe, but what happens if you don't meet somebody the equivalent of your dad? You got to be okay with that. You got to meet somebody that's going to love you, even if they can't provide what I provided you growing up. And you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with that. And you got to be supportive of your husband, and hopefully he's supportive of you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the thing. Like I said, Ocho, for the most part, I haven't met anybody the equivalent of me. Or you work. Look, if I'm in a relationship, Ocho, if you working, you want to continue to work, baby. But you don't put anything towards the house. Save your money. Save yours. The only thing you got to pay, the only thing you'll ever have to pay for is your own phone bill. That's it. I got the car. I got the insurance. I got everything.
Well, that's why I see why you're so picky now, because whoever you pick, ladies, I know you listen now. I hope doctor, sis, I hope you.
Oh, Alex Trinidad donated $100 for your boy. Say this for you, Alex, AT. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Good looking out. Rail Friends, the doctor, just donated another $500.
Hey,
Happy Thanksgiving. Hold on, Ocho. You said, happy Thanksgiving. I'd like to extend a self-care gift card to you for a facial and skin treatment at an LA-based skincare expert, Tracy Hudson. She's expecting to hear from you. Enjoy. Oh, Shay. I'm about to get these cucumbers under your eye. Oh, my eye.
Hey, listen. Now, that's the third time now. Now, that's $1,500 now. Now,
that's $1,500
now in the last 3 shows.
I ain't gonna strike out. I ain't played baseball. Listen, but I used to be good at softball player. I ain't struck out. I ain't never struck out. My grandma
said 3 times is the charm. Now you keep on playing around, you're gonna end up on a farm. Don't play no games now. Don't miss your blessing.
You know when opportunity knocks, a grumbler complains about the noise. I ain't one to complain, Ocho.
Hey, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Who there?
The doctor.
Ocho? Yeah. She got that bag. She got a stethoscope. Cause I ain't been breathing good lately. You might need to open up my airway, doc.
Man, stop playing. Hey, listen. The man upstairs ain't gonna give you too many more signs now. He ain't gonna give you too many more. Hey, but back on that topic, man, with Tiana and Iman, man, it's unfortunate. I mean, many of our what I consider and I call celebs, I know both of them. It's very unfortunate, and so many of them continue to break up. So many of them, and I think
it's easy, Ocho. People don't want to fight no more, Ocho. You know how it is.
Fight for something.
Back in the day, with like my look. It's not like my grandmother and grandfather didn't argue a lot in front of us, but they was working
Right.
out. People don't want to
Nah,
work it
you
out
don't.
now.
You got too many.
The
It's
easy
too many.
thing is
It's too
just
many
to
options.
leave.
It's too many options.
Yes. Social media has made us think there are so
Oh
many
no,
options.
it ain't nothing out there. Let me bring that. Let me bring
That's
that
what
back to
happened.
you real quick. Ain't nothing out there.
Huh?
Ain't
Ain't nothing
nothing
out
out
there?
there. Nah, not
Nothing.
like that. Not like that. Because if it was that good, it'd be taken. If it's what you thought it was, or if you
Yeah,
what you
you're right,
thought you
Ocho.
was, it'd be taken. It'd be taken. And
And even if
with
they're
all
not
due
taking,
respect to what's out there, some people are still looking for their person, and whatever that person may be, whatever you envision your happiness to be, it's out there, and you're going to continue looking for it because you're looking for perfection. You're looking for perfection. You're looking for, you want the best of the best, and that's just not the way it works because that might not be in your cards. I'm not sure what deck you playing with,
yeah.
or you might want to shuffle, but it ain't. You got to be realistic.
Ocho, man, you say sometimes you got to deal the card. You got to play the hand that
Yeah,
you dealt. But I ain't got no spades. I ain't got no face cards. I'm gonna throw my
you might
hand
as well
in.
throw it in. But the way she blessing this page, you might as well throw it in. Fold them.
Yeah, that's
You
that.
gotta know when to
You know
fold
what,
them.
Ocho? That social media has been a
Oh
blessing and a
yeah.
curse because it's allowed us to have our own
Mm.
platform, like a Nightcap, like a Club Shay Shay, and it's allowed me opportunity to become
Whatever you
more
want, yeah, whatever you want to
recognizable than
envision yourself as being, you can portray it on there until somebody see you in person. Until
yeah,
somebody see
yeah.
you in person.
But I think the thing is that when I was playing, when I first got into the league,
Mm-hmm.
to meet somebody from Miami, you damn near had to be in
Yeah,
Miami.
yeah.
If I wanted to meet somebody from Cali or Dallas or Houston or
You
wherever,
had to
New
be
York,
there.
I had to be in those
Yeah.
places. Now I just open up and I can just like,
Mm-hmm.
damn,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah. Social media has made the world very, very, very small and has made everybody
accessible.
accessible. It's made everybody accessible, you know?
It has. It has. Oh, and the thing is, like, look, everybody has
Yeah.
somebody. My grandpa used to always say, boy, everybody got somebody. It's just to what
Mm-hmm.
extent. Married,
Mm-hmm.
fiance,
Mm-hmm.
significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend. Ain't nobody just out there. I ain't got
Nah.
nobody.
Nah. Mm-mm. So it's always something. There's always some type of title. There's always some type of something. And one of the scariest things that you can deal with
What's that?
is when you find
What?
somebody new and you're having to compete against their past. Because I remember my grandma always told me, boy, you're gonna meet women and women gonna come into your life and they gonna always have somebody from their past that will always have access to them. One person. Just one. Not a whole bunch of dudes,
You're
not a
right.
whole bunch. No, I'm talking about, baby, listen to me. I don't
There's
care. I
that
don't
one
care what
special
you, I don't
person.
care what she tell you. There will always be one person that will always have access to her no matter what she says to you. And another thing she said
Damn.
was every time you date somebody, you always have to remember you are really not the one she want to be with. The one she really want probably just wouldn't get his act together. And
Damn.
them two things, it stuck with me forever and ever and ever. Now it's just always been in the back of my mind. Matter of fact, Real, I know you watching. Real, I better be the one you wanted too, because I know you can see this. But yeah, man, it just small things like that, man. If I don't let it bother me, it doesn't deter anything I have going on right now. But again, keeping a woman happy, Iman and goddamn Tiana, it's unfortunate what they had.
I
What they
wish
had,
them the
I
best of
wish them
luck.
both the best of luck. But for me, like I told you, Unc, and those that are watching, I kind of hang around people that are in the same situation as I am to make sure I stay on point. And again, if y'all don't know Duke, you can follow Duke on Instagram. That's somebody I look up to and want to be like.
Oh,
And Unc, I'm
yeah.
waiting on you. That's why I'm trying to get you a +1 because we are
Ocho.
together so much. I need you in that same lane I'm in, so I can steal from you and move accordingly the way you do. But I got to get you. We got to get you on the
Ocho,
same page.
I don't hang around. I don't hang around nobody.
That's.
I'm a. I don't hang
But
around nobody.
you got to
I
start hanging
mean,
around me because I'm walking down the right path, and I need you to walk.
you're a bad
a
influence.
bad influence. No, I ain't unless you talk about eating. That's about it.
LaRon Lewis donated $10 and said, at this point, give me your Insta, little, your Insta. I'll message rail friend. Nah, hell no. James Coleman donated $5. Asked, hey guys, what's your top three '80s action
Top
movies?
three '80s action movies. Oh, that's a good one. Wait, let me think. Hold on.
Mad
What
Max.
you know about Mad Max? Oh, hold on. Hey, what
Bill
about
Gibson.
Golden Child? Golden Child ain't the 80s, huh? Is Golden Child the 80s?
Hey, that ain't no
Man,
action
Golden
movie.
Child was action. What are you talking about, man?
With Eddie
Yes,
Murphy.
with the little boy, it was action.
No,
Like,
Lord,
I mean,
no,
action. You think about what you want me to say? Rambo. What about Rambo?
Yeah, Rambo.
Rambo.
I like.
Yeah. Predator. Predator ain't the 80s though. Predator.
Yeah, Predator.
The first
one.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think in 88.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Rambo. Mm-hmm. What about? Oh, I got one for you. I'm gonna take you back.
What about Die Hard? Is Die Hard an action movie or is it a Christmas movie?
That's a good question. It's an action movie. It just happened to be filmed around Christmas time. It was the setting was at during Christmas time. What about why is it slipping my mind? The movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Which one? Oh, Terminator.
Not even Terminator. He was
Conan.
Conan the Barbarian. You took it right out my goddamn mouth. Conan the Barbarian. You remember that? Remember Conan?
Yeah, yes, I do.
That was a good little action movie. Good little action movie.
Turnip King 31 donated $20. Unc and Ocho, what would y'all prefer? A Dodge Challenger? A Dodge Challenger Hellcat or a Trackhawk, and why? I'm partial because when they reintroduced the Hellcat in 2008, I got it. They were numbered then. They only came out with 6,400. I had number 40. And when they came out with the Hellcat, I think it was 2014, I got that one. And so the last edition of the model they came out with a model called the Black Ghost. They came out with a Demon also. And so I got that one. So for me, I'm kind of biased towards the Challenger Hellcat because I think all the remakes, it looks the most like the original Challenger.
All right. For me, if you know me, you know I drive a smart car. I'm really not into speed. I'm not into going fast. If I had to take a choice, good friend of mine, Chief Keef, has a Trackhawk, so I'd probably go with the Trackhawk because it looks cool. I don't really drive fast. I'm not into Hellcats and dog cats and what's the other one called? A demon time.
Challenger.
Yeah, I'm
demon. Yeah, I want to get an old school. I'm gonna get an old school.
Get a Chevy. Get a donk. We call them donks. At 70s.
No, I don't want no donk Chevy. I'm thinking about like a 70 Chevelle. I'm gonna get a Chevelle. I like Chevelle. I like Cudas.
Man, come on now.
I like the Ram Air, a GTO. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna probably get something like that.
You gotta get you a donk, man.
I don't want no donk, dude. I ain't from Florida.
Get you a 73 man convertible, man. Peanut butter guts, man. You know.
No, I don't like peanut butter guts.
Come on, Unc, man.
I like either.
Drop the top back, get your convertible. Drop the top back, man. 26 inch all gold Dayton's music blasting. Think about it. You drive in LA riding down Crenshaw, man.
I used to have a convertible. In college, my brother bought me a 300ZX. I had T-tops. And then he gave me his his SL. He had a SL. He gave me that convertible. I had a Bentley convertible. Look, I don't want no convertible anymore. I don't want to be seen.
Bentley convertible?
Yeah, bro.
Money, boy.
I done had a Bentley, had Rolls, now just give me a little BMW, my little Range. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. And my Black Ghost that when I go home in Atlanta, I can drive that.
Well, you got all types. And here I am. No.
I had a 61. I had a 61 Lincoln. I done had some.
Well, you better than me. I've been driving my small car since 2006. I got me a little Suburban right now for the kids, when we need to maneuver and make moves.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's it. If I need something nice, I got all my luxury stuff. I got a rent-a-car place down here, Exotic Motors. All my luxury stuff. You go out there and you rent. You come to Miami, you be stunned, and you think you stunned, but you really driving my shit. But anyway, that's it. Just make a little change. Make a little change.
X Emerald donated $10 and asked, "What was the best athlete you guys went against?" Greetings from Puerto Rico. Athlete. Love the show, Unc and Ocho. Puerto Rico got some things over there too, don't it? Who got the best one? Puerto Rico or Dominican?
Guess what? Food. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn. Hey, y'all jump in the chat. Who the best? Puerto Rican or Dominican? It close though.
I don't know. I ain't never been to Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic.
But I heard I ain't never been either,
yeah.
Ocho. But everybody talk about, hey, Sharpe, man, hey, you need to get on. Bro, I'm telling you,
Yeah, I ain't
bro.
never been over there, boy. Shit, that's just
They be feisty. Both of them feisty. They
for
be
real.
talking. Yeah, they feisty. They might be a little bit too feisty for me. I'm slow boogie. I'm slow
Yeah, I don't
motion
know, I
over
don't know
here.
nothing about that, boy. Yeah, you on your own there, boy. Yeah,
I'm
you
on
go,
my
go
own.
here.
Oh, what rail? What rail is?
Real Puerto Rican and black.
Okay, then thank you. Don't play with
Yeah.
me, Ocho. I'm too big of a cat to be played with like a kid.
I
You
know,
know
but
that.
that's one topic I don't want no part of, boy. I know she watching.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Baby,
I
you in
understand
that?
that. Oh, I'm
Baby, you
sorry, Rail.
watching? She watching. Matter of fact, the funny thing about it is she downstairs, right? She downstairs. No, I'm not, I kid you not. She downstairs, but I got the key. I got both sets of keys, so she can't get up. So she watching from the car. Yeah, so I ain't even finna play because I got to deal with that when she walk in the door. I don't want no problem.
I know. You know what,
No
Ocho?
problem.
I
You
appreciate
ain't had
that.
me sleeping on the couch.
But I tell you what, hey, guys that's watching, Dominican, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but you can have that.
Best athlete. Emma wants to know who's the best athlete. I would probably say, obviously, time. But
Yeah.
you know what, Ocho? I was in the league when Bo Jackson was in the league. Actually, he was on the Raiders when I was at the Broncos. And if you look at one of the plays, one of his long runs were against the Broncos. And it might have been like a week or 2 weeks before he fractured his hip against the Bengals. So, man,
the best athlete.
Bo or time?
Best athlete.
It's got to be Bo or
Yeah,
time.
for me, it would have to be maybe prime time or Champ Bailey. I'm talking about pure athlete. Prime or Champ Bailey. Yeah, I'm two position. Yeah. Both of them play two position players. You haven't seen anything like that to date.
See, but for me, unless you played against time or you actually was on the sidelines when he played, you don't get an appreciation of it. You really don't. To see how he moved and how effortlessly he glided, it's kind of like I want to talk about this earlier, but I played on Thanksgiving my rookie year, and guess who we played? The Lions. Guess who the Lions had?
Yeah,
Barry. So what do you think he did? Put on a show.
Crazy work.
When people say, "Oh, that was no." There'll never ever be another Barry. You're never going to see a guy start with 2 feet and take off and do what he. It's unbelievable to see it in person. I'm like, it almost didn't. It almost defies gravity. It defies logic. It defies physics. That his joints. God only made one person that joints was like ball bearings, and that the way he could bend and hug and maneuver. It's almost like you see cats like when the animal turns and he turning around like a cheetah and he's turning right there with him.
Same thing.
That's how Barry ankle bones and his knees and his hips. That's how they maneuvered. Like, man, if I stop like that, if I try to stop with both feet, knee going there, patella going over here, hips going to I'm gonna shatter something like ice hitting the floor.
Yeah.
It's really that simple, Ocho.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Barry. He was special.
Oh man, he was really bad. I'm fortunate, like I got an opportunity to play, like the old guard, Montana and Marino and Elway and Barry and Emmett and Jerry, some of the great defenders, DT, LT, Bruce, Reggie, Time, Ray in the modern year. Ray had Ray and Urlacher. And then, I played Manning and Brady. Like, whoa, I kind of got it pretty good over here. My brother, Chris. Yeah. And then now you see these guys coming like, okay. But I think the era from when I played, you look at the quarterbacks. I mean, Montana was on the century team, and Manning and Marino and Elway and Brady. So I got 5 of the 10. I played in the era. Reggie, Bruce, Ray, Jerry Rice. I think Randy Moss was on that team. I played against Tony. A lot of the offensive linemen. I like
some boys there now.
You had. I mean, you look. You got. I think. Well, you got Brady and Manning was in that era. You played against Ray.
Shit, Ed.
I'm trying to think. Ed Reed. I played against Ed.
Who else? I'm talking about great ones.
Oh, Rod Wilson. Rod Wilson. I played against him.
I caught Rod at the tail end.
He's a teammate of mine.
Who else? Shoot. Damn, T.O. Trying to think who else. I'm talking about these are the elite of the elite.
What? So, Ocho, I forgot to ask you this. I should have asked you this earlier. So, what you have for
Boy, you ain't see my Thanksgiving plate. Man,
nah,
tell
what it look
somebody
like?
Pull that up for you, man, real quick, man. Tell somebody.
What you had? Oysters?
Who?
Let me see your.
Somebody set that plate, man,
Ocho,
real quick, man. Look at that plate, man. Look, you see the devil eggs, the dirty rice,
man,
the dirty rice, the yams, the mac and cheese,
the
ham,
Ocho,
the turkey.
Dirty rice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's always it's
deviled eggs,
man.
Is that a Puerto Rican? Is that a Puerto Rican thing? Deviled eggs?
I just like deviled eggs. Deviled eggs is a delicacy. I think it goes in any.
I know, but I'm saying
it goes in any setting.
No, I'm normally thinking like traditional Thanksgiving, like turkey,
I
dressing.
just said that. I don't like dressing.
Mashed potatoes.
I got mashed potatoes on here. Yeah, tell him. Look at that plate now. Fix your glasses so you can see good. Yeah, you see it. I see. You see that? I made that. I made the macaroni and the yams, and then in the green.
I see that ham up there. I don't know.
Yeah, I made that. That's all me.
Who made the collard greens? What you got? The collard greens? You got turkey necks, ham hock, fatback, pigtails.
Rare made the collard greens. I did everything else.
You ain't do nothing.
I did everything else.
You can't boil
I can
water.
cook now. I went to Le Cordon Bleu right here in Fort Lauderdale. Don't do that. I spent 2 years there before I flunked out.
That means you can't cook. You flunk out of something. That means you can't do it.
I left and went and found another job.
Nah. Will you?
All right. I didn't mean we use the word flunk. I felt like I've done all that I can. I did all I can and took as much information as I could to motherfucker survive, and I left. So I didn't mean to say flunk. Yeah, I just left. I just left. Oh yeah.
Please make sure you click that subscribe button. Thank you for getting us to 3. Where are we now? 331. We're at 331. We really thank you. We'll be back tomorrow. Immediately following, I think it's Miami. Who does Miami play?
Yeah.
Jets. We will be, so it's not going to be a typical time. The game comes on at 3, right?
So what time we going on? 6?
Immediately following the game. Nah, probably what, 5:30? Probably
around 5:30.
Give or take a few minutes. So guess what? So Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, we're gonna be
what
back
happened if we hit that 350? What happened if we hit that 350 tomorrow?
I don't know. We're gonna hit 350 tomorrow. That's asking an awful lot, Ocho.
I'm a push. I'm gonna go on Instagram. I'm gonna go on Instagrams and I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna hit all my people and be like, man, tell all your homeboy, man. Tell all your people, man, subscribe.
But the drawing, that would be nice. But the drawing's got to be Monday because we already told people it's gonna be Monday.
Say less.
We can't give it to the people on Friday. The people that be geared up for Monday.
We're gonna hit that 350 by Monday to watch. Now watch me work my magic.
Thank you for clicking that subscribe button. We're at 331,000. We need to get to 350 by Monday. The Shea by Laportier is pinned at the top. Thank you. Make sure you click that like also and leave comments because our producer Ash, she does read the comments. So you hear in the background she laughing. She does read the comments, and a lot of times she'll add a topic, says, okay, there are this many people talking about this. I think this is something that we need to bring back. So if there's something that you guys want, Ocho, if there's a topic that you want us to discuss, put it in there. If there's something you want us to bring back, put it in there. We try to come up with as many topics as we can, especially once we get past the sporting events, because there are a lot of things and there's some things we just don't see. But if there's something that we've missed, hey, put it in there, and we'll definitely try to get to it. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. Please remember to click that subscribe button, that like button. Shea by Laportier is pinned at the top of the screen. And remember, we'll be back a little earlier tomorrow. The game is at 3. So we're going to be back shortly after the game ends. So make sure you catch us tomorrow. We'll be back because you guys deserve to have us have something to say about the game and about a lot of other things. So thank you. Appreciate you joining us tonight. I'm your favorite sports uncle, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85. That plate didn't look too spiffy.
Lies. But it's all good. Lies. Next year.
The mere fact. You know what? Next year, Next year I might. Nah, I can't cut it. You can't cook. We're gonna have it prepared. We're gonna have somebody world renowned to whip us up turkey, dressing, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes.
Why would you have somebody world renowned when I can do all that myself? I just showed you.
You're not world renowned.
An example of that.
You not world renowned. I mean, hey, I can pull my own teeth. Why would I need to go to do this so I can pull my own teeth? Because that's what he went to school to do.
Nah. I mean, YouTube, you can do everything. You don't need to go to no goddamn dentist. If you need a root canal, you can do it yourself right at home.
Hey, they say when you in the law, they say if you could defend yourself in court, but they say the person that defends himself in court, he has a fool for a client. you pull your own teeth, you give your own self a root canal, you got a fool for a patient.
Before, but all right.
Yeah, I pulled my own teeth too, but I happen to be 6.
Nah, I wasn't 6. I was 20. I was 23. I was 23. I was in training camp.
DT, I can't. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining us for Nightcap. I'm Shannon Sharpe. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson.
I love y'all.